Actress Ava Mitchell had walked red carpets with Hollywood royalty and graced magazine covers worldwide, but she'd never been told she didn't fit the clientele of a spa. When manager Victoria Wells decided she looked out of place, she had no idea she was about to create a social media disaster.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and a comment before we start to learn more about what happened.
The afternoon sun filtered through the floor-to-ceiling windows of Serenity Springs Spa, one of Beverly Hills' most exclusive wellness retreats. The establishment prided itself on serving Hollywood's elite, with treatments starting at $300 and premium packages reaching $1,200 for a full day of luxury pampering. The clientele included Academy Award winners, pop superstars, and business moguls who valued both the exceptional service and the discretion that came with the spa's reputation. Ava Mitchell pulled her Tesla Model S into the valet parking area, wearing comfortable athletic wear after an intense morning workout session with her personal trainer. At 31, Ava had spent the last 8 years building one of Hollywood's most impressive acting careers, starring in blockbuster films that had grossed over $800 million worldwide. Her latest project, a psychological thriller called Mirror's Edge, had just reached $200 million at the global box office and earned her a Golden Globe nomination. Today's spa visit was a well-deserved break after completing 6 months of grueling film shoots, promotional tours, and award season campaigns. Ava's assistant had booked the spa's signature Hollywood Renewal package, a 4-hour treatment combining massage therapy, facial rejuvenation, and meditation sessions designed specifically for entertainment industry professionals dealing with high-stress careers. Victoria Wells had managed Serenity Springs Spa for 3 years, overseeing a team of 20 therapists and estheticians who served Beverly Hills' most demanding clientele. At 45, Victoria prided herself on maintaining the spa's exclusive atmosphere and ensuring that every client received personalized attention worthy of their celebrity status and financial investment. However, Victoria also held certain assumptions about who belonged in their luxury environment. In her experience, the spa's typical clients arrived in designer clothing, expensive jewelry, and luxury vehicles that announced their wealth and status before they even entered the building. When Ava walked through the spa's ornate entrance wearing black leggings, a plain white t-shirt, and minimal makeup, Victoria immediately questioned whether this potential client could afford their premium services or would appreciate the sophisticated atmosphere they had carefully cultivated. "Good afternoon," Ava said, approaching the reception desk with a warm smile. "I have a 2 p.m. appointment for the Hollywood Renewal package." Victoria consulted her appointment book, noting the reservation under the name A. Mitchell. The booking had been made by an assistant and prepaid with a credit card, but Victoria hadn't connected the name with any celebrity she recognized. "Miss Mitchell," Victoria said, studying Ava's casual appearance, "I want to make sure you understand what our Hollywood Renewal package entails. It's a very comprehensive treatment that runs $1,200 and takes approximately 4 hours." Ava nodded. "Yes, my assistant explained the details when she made the reservation. I'm looking forward to it." Victoria hesitated, unsure how to proceed. The woman before her didn't match the profile of their typical high-end clients, and Victoria was concerned about potential payment issues or complaints about the pricing. "Ms. Mitchell, I hope you don't mind me asking, but are you familiar with our pricing structure? Our treatments are significantly more expensive than most day spas." Ava was beginning to sense an undercurrent of skepticism in Victoria's questions. "Yes, I understand the pricing. That's not a concern." Victoria decided to be more direct. "I'm wondering if you might be more comfortable at one of our sister locations. We have a facility in Santa Monica that offers many of the same services at more accessible price points." The suggestion hit Ava immediately as discriminatory. Victoria was essentially trying to redirect her to a less expensive location based on assumptions about her ability to afford the services. I specifically chose this location, Ava replied calmly. I'd like to proceed with my scheduled appointment. Victoria felt increasingly uncomfortable. The woman's clothing and demeanor didn't align with the high-profile clientele she was accustomed to serving, and she worried about maintaining the spa's exclusive atmosphere. Ms. Mitchell, I need to be honest. Our clientele tends to be very particular about the atmosphere and privacy. I want to make sure this is the right fit for everyone involved. Ava understood exactly what Victoria was implying. Are you suggesting I don't belong here? Victoria realized she was approaching dangerous territory. I'm simply trying to ensure that all our clients have the best possible experience. And you've determined that my presence would somehow compromise other clients' experiences. Victoria struggled to articulate her concerns without explicitly stating her discriminatory assumptions. It's just that our typical clients are, well, they're used to a certain level of exclusivity. Ava felt her patience wearing thin. Victoria, are you refusing to provide me with the services I've already paid for? I'm not refusing service, Victoria replied quickly. I'm offering alternatives that might be more suitable. Ava pulled out her phone. I think I need to speak with someone about this situation. Victoria watched as Ava dialed a number, still unaware of who she was dealing with. Hi, it's Ava, she said into the phone. I'm at Serenity Springs Spa, and I'm having an issue with the manager refusing to honor my appointment. Yes, that's right. Can you contact my publicist? This needs to be documented. Victoria overheard fragments of the conversation and began to worry about potential negative publicity, though she still didn't recognize Ava as a celebrity. Ava ended her call and looked directly at Victoria. My assistant is contacting the spa's ownership about this incident. I'm also having my publicist document this for potential legal action regarding discrimination. Victoria felt panic beginning to set in. Miss Mitchell, I think there's been a misunderstanding. There's no misunderstanding, Ava interrupted. You've made assumptions about whether I belong here based on my appearance, and you've tried to redirect me to a less expensive location. That's textbook discrimination. Victoria was now frantically trying to salvage the situation. Please let me check with my supervisor about accommodating your appointment. Ava's phone rang. She answered on speaker. Ava, it's Sarah from your publicist's office. I've been in touch with TMZ, and they're interested in the story. Do you want to proceed with a public statement about spa discrimination? Victoria's face went pale as she heard TMZ and publicist. She was beginning to realize this wasn't an ordinary customer complaint. Hold on that for now, Sarah, Ava said into the phone. Let's see if this can be resolved professionally first. Victoria was now desperately trying to understand who she was dealing with. Ms. Mitchell, are you in the entertainment industry? Ava smiled ironically. I'm an actress, Victoria. Perhaps you've seen my latest film, Mirror's Edge. It's currently #1 at the box office. Victoria's blood ran cold. Mirror's Edge was the blockbuster thriller starring Ava Mitchell, one of Hollywood's most prominent young actresses. Victoria had seen the movie advertised everywhere, and Ava's face had been on magazine covers for the past month. You're Ava Mitchell, Victoria whispered, the full magnitude of her mistake becoming clear. I am. And right now I'm an Ava Mitchell who has been discriminated against at your spa. Victoria realized she had just created a public relations nightmare. Ava Mitchell had over 15 million social media followers, and any negative publicity from this incident could destroy the spa's reputation overnight. Ms. Mitchell, I am so incredibly sorry. There's been a terrible misunderstanding. Of course we want to provide you with our best service. Ava remained calm but firm. Victoria, this isn't a misunderstanding. You made deliberate choices based on assumptions about who I am and whether I belong in your establishment. Victoria was now in full damage control mode. Please let me personally oversee your treatment. We'll provide our premium service at no charge. This isn't about money, Ava replied. This is about respect and equal treatment. Victoria's phone started ringing. The spa's owner was calling after being contacted by Ava's team. Victoria answered nervously. Victoria, this is Margaret. I just received a call about an incident with Ava Mitchell. Please tell me this is some kind of mistake. Victoria looked at Ava, who was watching the conversation with interest. Margaret, there's been a situation and I need guidance on how to handle it. Victoria, Ava Mitchell is one of Hollywood's biggest stars. If she's been mistreated at our spa, this could ruin our business. Fix this immediately. The conversation continued for several minutes, with Margaret explaining Ava's celebrity status and the potential consequences of the discrimination incident. When Victoria hung up, she turned to Ava with genuine remorse. Ms. Mitchell, I owe you a sincere apology. My behavior was inexcusable. Ava appreciated the acknowledgement. Victoria, I want you to understand that what happened to me happens to other people every day. The difference is that I have the platform and resources to address it. Victoria nodded. You're absolutely right, Ava continued. How many other clients have you redirected to more suitable locations based on their appearance? Victoria was forced to confront her own discriminatory practices. I may have made similar assumptions about other clients. And how many potential clients has this spa lost because they were made to feel unwelcome? Victoria realized the broader implications of her behavior. I never thought about it that way. Ava saw an opportunity for education. Victoria, discrimination doesn't just hurt the individuals involved. It hurts businesses, communities, and society as a whole. Victoria listened intently as Ava explained how unconscious bias affects customer service and business practices. What can I do to make this right? Victoria asked. Ava considered the question. First, I want a formal apology and acknowledgement that discrimination occurred. Second, I want this spa to implement bias training for all staff. Third, I want a commitment that this won't happen to other clients. Victoria agreed to all the conditions. Over the following weeks, Serenity Springs Spa implemented comprehensive diversity and inclusion training for all employees. Ava ultimately decided not to pursue negative publicity, instead working with the spa to create positive change. Her experience became a case study in how celebrities can use their influence to address discrimination constructively. 6 months later, Serenity Springs had become known not just for luxury treatments, but for inclusive customer service that welcomed clients regardless of appearance or background. Victoria became an advocate for inclusive business practices, speaking at hospitality industry conferences about the importance of equal treatment for all customers. And Ava continued using her platform to address discrimination in all its forms, proving that sometimes the most powerful response to prejudice is education, accountability, and the commitment to creating lasting change. Because true luxury isn't about excluding others, it's about creating spaces where everyone can experience excellence and respect.